Well, here we are back on a little S10. Hopefully going to be pulling the engine for the last time. Got some firewall work to do, some things underneath the engine's in the way for. And I got to finalize the frame mounts. Those are G-body frames, frame mounts. They're close, but not quite. I'll make them work. That's what we're doing here. But we're going to try to get this slid out of here. Do what I need to do underneath. A little firewall beaten on. We'll cover something on the heater box. Just like that. Bring you back. Well, dealing with this gaping heater hole box. I kind of want to still have a heater. That's a AC delete panel by Echo. Little bread box, little bread pan. There we go, bread pan. See how that cuts out and fits. Well, we had the engine out. Did a little firewall bash in there. A little bit right there. Made this fine heater plenum right there. Found a steel lower profile blower housing instead of the fiberglass plastic air conditioning one to add. Just got to hook this to that, throw some wires on, and by golly, we're going to have something. We'll still have heat, defrost. Do a little brake line repair here because it looks a little crusty. It's time. It isn't broke yet, but let's do it beforehand. Had to move the transmission shift linkage pivot to line up with the new location. Got that. Still haven't got to the motor mounts yet. You know, I know I won't forget those. So hey, progress. Well, welcome back to CAD 101, folks. Working on getting this LS slid into the S10. And I bought some G-body motor mounts, adapter motor mounts, because you know, an S10's like a G-body underneath, they tell me. Well, not here. Of course, the holes don't line up anywhere near where they're supposed to be. And I marked around where the base of the frame side of that motor mount was sitting when I had the engine mocked up in here, and it looked pretty good. So I need to get holes between here and the frame to line up. Whatever that ends up, whether I drill holes in the frame bracket or in the frame, I don't care. But in order to do this, I'm going to use the CAD system. Let me take you over the CAD machine. Okay, here we got the CAD machine set up. And I have traced around the frame bracket. Got me a little drawing there. You know, kind of a guideline. And then this is the other one here. I've taped the cardboard to the frame mount. Let me show you how I'm going to set up the holes and such, so it's all precision. Yeah. Now, in order to do a really nice job here, it's, you know, professional, I have a hole punch, homemade. It's a ball bearing on the end of a bolt, pretty high tech. Kind of look where the hole is. You kind of feel around, make a depression where the hole is. Take your inertia device. And this works better if it doesn't fall out of the vise. Let's do that a little different. Let's do that a lot different. That might do. So you feel around where the hole is, make a depression a little bit. And that'll punch you a hole. I like to use a large tapered punch. Seat that in there. Then let's come over and figure out where the next hole is. It's in this area. So we got that hole punched. Well, that just doesn't want to stay in there very good. But anyhow, gravity. You can see how it just punched it out nice and round. Just like the hole in the mount. Exactly where the hole in the mount is. So I'll have those holes lined up. And the next thing is to get the outside. I'll try clamping the other way. That makes more sense. Something I found that works pretty good for getting the outside. Putty knife. You just drag it across the edge. Cuts it right off. There, we got a pretty good representation of that frame pad. So now I'm going to take it over and see how it lines up, and I can feel for where the holes are in the frame. And again, mark them and see what we can make work. Maybe. I'll take you along. Well, here we go. I don't know if you can see my outline, but for one, this frame hole, original, that's not doing anything. But that does leave us 3 that are at least under this. So we'll see how those come out. Maybe they'll be useful. And again, I'm going to feel around where the frame hole is. Give her a little dimple, give her a little hip. Put the punch in there. There, we'll even make sure it stays. Now these, I could drill the frame, or I could drill a bracket, depending on how things line up. We're going to take a look. Okay, there we are. We got some frame side holes marked for the motor mount. And I should probably feel underneath and see what is in this area, because maybe it'd be better just to drill holes in the frame. I can get to those bolts easier, because them were kind of a pain in the posterior. Yeah, we're going to take a look under there. I'm going to draw where the frame side, the bracket side holes would end up on the frame. And we'll see how that looks. I don't know, that'd be about a toss-up. Okay, I've got the back of the bracket marked. These are the 2 original holes there, the original hole up there. Those are going to come out awful close to the upright part of that bracket. So I think I'm going to use these 2 holes in the frame and make this hole in the bracket. Get that all marked right on up. Well, I marked this bracket where the frame holes are going to line up. These 2 here, they look like they're going to be too close to these uprights. So I'll end up drilling the frame for those 2 and the bracket for that one. We'll have 3 bolts. It's all GM uses. It'll be fine. These 2 down here might even be easier to get to. This one's still going to be a booger. Well, I'm going to poke some holes. We'll throw that up there, see what we got. Well, there we have it. Got the driver's side one in and tight, and I need 1 more bolt and a different socket for these guys on the bottom side, being so I just broke the one I had. So anyhow, motor mounts, the frame side are installed. On to other little projects that take forever. See you guys around.